Hello everyone, it's Lottie from Cancer is a Lifestyle. So today I have a couple of things and none of them are related to each other, so it's just going to be a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of stuff. But yeah, let's get to it. So for my crocheting, I only have, oh, excuse me, I don't want to knock that down. I only have about 4 hats that I made to add to my box for Tabitha's house. It's a women's shelter here in Chicago. But I just made 4 hats, you guys. And it's in the purple, the leftover purple from the cowl. And I gave it just a double crochet or a single crochet on a lot of them. And I gave them, the brim is the front post, back post. This one here, I just gave it a little bobble around and another front post, back post. That's my new stitch. That's in purple. And then I finally finished off the pink. And again, it's just, I believe this one is a single crochet in and the brim with the front post, back post, and here's a larger hat in just that one. So I finished off all the pink, and this was the Craft Smart, I believe, pink. And that's all I did, you guys, for the crocheting this week. That's going to go in the box for Tabitha's house, a homeless shelter for women. And you know, I've been watching a lot on social media of everyone posting, we are all having the blues. We are all down in the dumps. We are having the blues. And, you know, I get it, you guys. I deal with it every single day. I think this is that time of the year, that season. This is a midwinter month. January has always been that midwinter month. And we don't have any sun, and we need it, and we're just so low on energy. And I just want to say to everyone out there experiencing it, I am every single day, you guys, I fight trying to get out of bed, especially since I don't have little children. I can do basically what I want. And that's even worse because that means I can sleep in bed if I want to, you know, which this is such a problem. When you are down in the dumps, you don't even want to get up, right? And so I push myself to get out of bed. I get out of bed. I sit in the shower for like 30 minutes sometimes, just staring, you know, because this is how slow it is to get going, you guys. But we have to get up. We have to get showered. We have to do our hair, put our makeup on, you guys. We got to get dressed because it will make us feel better. Now, it could be late in the morning by the time we do that, but we have to do it because it's going to help us feel better. Now, the only other thing I want to point out is don't try to push yourself too much. Only thing I can offer as advice is, because I fight the blues every winter, this is like such a big thing for me, big issue, and I take my vitamins. I try, you know, I try to do all the things, you know, that all the experts say to do. But I've learned the best thing is to really pamper myself during this time. And by that I mean, here I am, for instance, these past 2 days, my daughter is off. I have more time because of that. And you would think that I would like attack my list of things that I've left out to the wayside. But instead, I don't have no energy to do any of it. Here's a perfect opportunity for me to maybe check off some of these things that need to be done. And I'm lifeless. And so what I do is I just do one thing. I pamper myself. I do one thing. And instead of doing the whole list of things that, you know, slew of things that I normally would do in the morning, I just do one thing. So like for the past 2 days, I ended up doing a Bible study that I joined online. And if you guys have never done one of those, it is actually wonderful because they send it to your email and you can do it at your own leisure whenever. They do a video, they do, you know, and you just dive into the word whenever. If you want to stop in the middle of the night, if you want to continue, like I did a whole 2-week study in 2 mornings, one after the other. But my point is, pamper yourself, whatever that is. If you just want to, you know, when you get up, you shower, you get dressed, you want to sit and read a book or watch TV all day or whatever it is, just get up and shower and do your usual routine. You do not have to be running around checking off the list. Pamper yourself, you know, and I don't mean like, you know, going to the spa. If that's what you guys want, go ahead, but just take your time, take each day, breathe in, breathe out. If you want to just write today, like the other day I did some stories I wrote for my blog. Or maybe you just want to watch some videos. Or maybe you want to read a book. Or maybe you just want to stare out the window and look at the scenery as everybody's walking past. Whatever. But don't, don't try to forgive yourself for the way you are feeling. Okay, because the worst thing is our thoughts. And then when, we are already feeling down in the dumps, and then you're like, I didn't do anything. But don't go like that. Just take yourself, do something. Read do a puzzle, do an activity, to kind of get yourself out of the dumps if you can. That's all. And believe me, I'm not, please don't take it wrong, like I don't understand. Believe me, I fight every single day, and but I've learned that I rarely get anything done. I don't get a lot done during the week that I feel lethargic like that. So I only did 4 hats, and that's all I did. And it's okay. In a few days it'll be better, and I'll do more. Well, anyway, enough preaching, you guys. Yes, I'm off to work, and I spend half the morning in bed, so you see what I mean? But second thing is, I am making a care package for my son. And and his family, I should say, not just my son. But it has to do with my pantry. Now, I dehydrated a whole bunch of apples, and I diced them up in these little cubes. I diced them up. These are when I went apple picking to the orchards, and I went to the farmer's market last fall, and I bought a whole bunch of bushels, and I was just dehydrating. We made some apple pies. We enjoyed the apples' freshness because of it. That's when you harvest them. And I didn't I didn't think that these were going to be anything great. So I just diced them up like this because I was thinking that I was going to use them. We were going to use them for our oatmeal, or maybe if we made as a topping for coffee cake or something. And I did give a jar to my mom, and I gave a jar to my son's family. They are in love with these apples, you guys. And they do nothing special with these apples except just, bring them back to life with water and eat them like that. I mean, they just cannot get enough of this stuff. I feel like I almost, in the fall, which I am going to seriously sit down and think about because this dehydrating thing, you guys, has really been a huge success. And I'm really going to be thinking about what I want to dehydrate in the fall, because it's just I think for them alone, I'm going to take this buy some huge jars, and dehydrate a whole bunch of apples for them. My mom eats on these, like just plain like that. My son cannot get enough of that. And I tell him, just buy some apples and dice them up if that's what you want. And he says, no, it's not the same, Mom. The taste is different. And the taste is different, I think, because I dehydrated them during the time when they're at their best. So, and it does really seal in that taste, that wonderful taste. So I'm going to send him, I have a couple more jars in my pantry. Mind you, I have not yet used any of it. My daughter and I have not benefited from these apples yet, because everybody else wants so much. But we're going to send him whatever we have. And I also going to send him a whole bunch of jellies that I bought at the farmer's market. I find that this is the red raspberry with the jalapeno. I'm going to send him a couple jars of these. I bought a whole bunch of them too. And I put them in a pantry and all, but you know what? I find that we don't really eat a lot of jelly. So we're just going to share it with him, and since he has a family, they can benefit. Hopefully he'll like this one a lot too. So we're going to do that. I'm going to send him a couple of boxes, not a couple of boxes, a box full of couple of jars. The other thing I'm going to be doing is I ended up dehydrating a whole bunch of tomatoes. And I did them in kind of a larger slices, not just the smaller, where I dehydrated some that were just diced. And then I dehydrated larger slices of the tomatoes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Leia's advice from Keeping It Real, and I am going to put them in my food processor and grind them down to a powder, so where I can use them whenever I need it. Just add a little bit of water, and you have tomato paste or tomato sauce or however way you want it. So this way I'm also going to clear up some space in my pantry. And then I'm also thinking about whether or not I want to dehydrate tomatoes or make actual tomato sauce or marinara sauce in the fall. That's something I am thinking about, but I'm not sure which is actually better and easier to do. Because, you know, sometimes an idea sounds great, but am I really going to be benefiting from it? You know, kind of like keeping a whole pantry full of jelly, but yet you don't eat a lot of jelly. Does that really make sense? It doesn't. So you have to kind of think about what your needs are. So that's something I'm going to be, it's coming up, I'm going to be thinking about over the summer, even now really, as to what I want to um, can or dehydrate in food prep. I really love the success of it all. I find myself only going to the store, you guys, for this is what I buy weekly. It's almost kind of boring to go shopping now because I only get like milk, eggs, tomatoes, lettuce. You know, that's all I get. I don't really get anything else. And if you notice, my hauls are not happening anymore. I used to show a lot of hauls. I don't show them anymore because I don't really have anything. If I could have a patio or a garden of my own, I wouldn't even buy tomatoes and lettuce. And that's just wonderful because you think about all the money that you're saving. So a pantry, to me, is a huge success. Dehydrating, prepping food, whether you're canning, prepping, freezing, it's a huge success. It really is. It involves some time, but you save money. So anyway, you guys, that's all I got for you. I hope a lot of you are not offended by what I said about the down in the dumps. I don't want anyone ever to think that I am putting anyone down when I talk like that. I'm just trying to help people with what I experienced. And I experience, like I said, the dumps all the time. I have a huge problem with them in the wintertime, and especially since being where we live now, we have small windows, and the windows that we have, the views from here, there are no views, and I used to always love to have a window with a view, and I would put my desk in front of the window, and I would write, and I would just have a beautiful scenery to look at, and it would just inspire me with my writing and all, and I just haven't had here is just nothing. I'm looking at the parking lot with full of cars from my bedroom, so it's not really like there's anything to look at. So anyway, you guys, I hope you're not offended by what I said about that. I just want you guys to not to feel bad about yourself when you're down in the dumps, because then our negative thinking takes over, and our thoughts are just plain lies. Half of them are just things that we just made up that nobody else believes, only we do. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon, I hope. Oh yeah, and just I don't know how it is by you guys, but by the time I post this, it's either we're going to be in the middle of a storm, or it's coming, or it's already been over. I'm not sure when it's going to be happening, in the during the night or in the morning. And I'm doing this the day before, so yeah, and from what they say, it's going to be 3 days worth. So I hope it's not too bad by where you guys at, and which again, it does not add or help us when we are going through our oh my goodness, down in the dumps, or our winter blues. It doesn't help at all. In fact, it just adds more to it. So you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.